Hi, my name's Mahalia Crichlow with Aspire for Hire, and today I'm joined by some amazing professionals from the skilled trades. And today we're just going to have a conversation where you'll have a chance to learn more about them, their path, where they've come from, their journey through the skilled trades industry. I want to also dive deeper into your professional experience before entering the skilled trades, because I know for a lot of you here today, this is a second career. Start with you, Basir.
So actually, I didn't have much work experience at all. Pretty troubled childhood growing up. So yeah, I decided that I needed a career and I needed to get my life together. So my first real job was in construction, working for a general contractor.
Before I entered this trade, I was working as a design technician.
My background's from uh, back in Nigeria. It afforded me the opportunity to get hands-on working on a ship. And after I'm in Canada, I'm into the relationship of
I was working with my father back home, and then it was amazing. I would like to keep going in that, and then yeah.
I'm from Afghanistan. I came in Canada in 2021. Before that, I was working in the bank. So it's a totally different career with my.
As for me, I've actually done a very wide range of work. I did factory jobs for 3 years, so I did a lot of different stuff. Once I actually got the opportunity to go into the trades, it was a no-brainer. It fit well with my personality and my skill set, and best decision I ever made.
I come from a background of hospitality. Have 7 years of experience in hospitality with Emirates Group. So it's all about being cute, beautiful, you dress elegant. This one is totally different.
Yeah.
You have to get dirty. That's number one. You have to forget all about your soul and focus on the job to be done.
Yeah.
Which is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but they are totally different. The way you dress changes.
It's so interesting to hear everybody's background because as you can see, there's a lot of diversity just here with this small group, and you guys are like a segment of the entire cohort. So I'm curious to know more about your motivations.
People, not all of them, try to make women inferior. Like, oh, you're a lady, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't climb. So I always ask myself, you were given birth after 9 months. I was given birth after 9 months. So what you can do as a man, a woman, I can do even better. Women have to be in their offices, they have to be in the kitchen, they have to be waitresses. Yeah. Then no, we can do this. And if we master the game, we are better than you. Women can be diversity. They can do anything they choose to do.
And you must have proved something to yourself in that process.
Yeah, I've proved myself because I feel like I brag at home. I have my 3 brothers I'm staying with. So when something goes wrong, like the panel is off, they are like, oh, I don't know what I did and we don't have power. I'm like, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel good as a woman,
Yeah.
not to be asked, where's onion, where's tomato, where's salt? At least to be asked something that back then was seen to be for only men.
This industry is not for the men only. So the women is can do, and women is have a power.
Yes.
Me, I was given the chance 2 years ago to work with my nephew's godfather. He took a chance on me and brought me along with him to some of his kitchen renovation jobs. My sister told him that I was the one she called whenever she needed her IKEA furniture put together, and I ended up working with him for about a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
So I got a lot of experience working with him. I was there 12 hours some days, and time just flew by. My ex's mom actually wanted me to take PSW, and when I said no,
That's a common one.
when I said
Yeah.
no, I got a lot of flashback for it, but I don't regret my decision. I know trades is always where I want it to be, so
Mhm.
I proved to myself that I was right. I think I proved them wrong because I definitely shouldn't have been in.
Yeah.
I know this is where I'm supposed to be.
I have a guy who works for a union. Like we did some work together, and then after this, he told me like, you have some skill, brother. And then I said, yeah, I will do it. And then that's why I'm here now.
Yeah, so for me, my motivation comes from actually seeing the things building with my hands, physically seeing them in person, compared to just sitting down working on the laptop and seeing it actually in the physical. It's more relaxing, like she said. Like it's more like a routine. Maybe I'm just going, having a coffee, and I'm building things.
It sounds like passion to me.
As I mentioned, I'm working as like a design technician. The as electrical that similar to friend that I'm just only see the theoretical what's going on, and then I was challenged to know what is the practical way of doing this one. That's why I challenge myself to pursue on this kind of trades. So in future, if they will give me this opportunity, I want to have like my own company.
I know that we have some entrepreneurs in here. We're going to talk about that.
So for me, it was kind of random, to be quite honest. From the life that I've came from, I've seen a lot of people throw their lives away. I could have actually thrown my life away a couple of times myself. I got to a point where I wanted to develop a career, be able to provide for my family. A buddy of mine got me into construction. I got into it. I was starting to get better. I learned from him and a lot of other contractors that were coming from like, families that had a lot of resources and background in construction. Yeah, so that really egged me on, and I've always been goal driven, focused. So I had a point to prove, and I'm that type of guy. If I get something in my head, I'm gonna get it done. And I'm at a position right now where I'm actually at a very good job that I had no business getting, because the guys that I work with are much more skilled than I am, and there's only a very small group of us. And one of the guys asked me actually one time, like, how'd you even get this position? And I told him straight up, I looked at him dead in the eyes, and I told him sheer will and dedication.
And when you check back on your old life, is there anyone that you think you've influenced because of what you've chosen with the skilled trades?
Can I be honest?
Yes.
Are we
Yes.
being straight up here? A lot of the people that I knew from my past life are currently, when I first came out, they were all making money around me. And I was trying to change my life, and I didn't know nothing else. All I knew is what I knew. And it was very hard because they kept making money doing what they were doing. And, they would joke around with me when I would see them. They'd be like, yo, Bass, when are you when are you going to quit this, bro? Like, you need to make money. You got bills to pay. Like, I see you're trying to get a job that's cute and everything. But like, you're not really going to be able to pay the bills like this, And I just stuck in there. Sure enough, over time, it's very unfortunate. Some of them aren't around anymore.
Yep.
I'm still here. And, it's taken me years, but I'm finally in a stable position. Now, when I go back around in that same group, I have a lot more respect.
Yep.
They weigh a lot more on what I have to say, and they actually encourage me. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. In this field, I've noticed the higher you climb, you're going to deal with a lot of discrimination, a lot of racism. It's present. It's straight up there. I don't live in my world. I live in theirs. Back then, they used to look at it and be like, what are you trying to do? Now they're looking at it as like, we know that what you're trying to do is extremely difficult, and we actually applaud you.
So let's talk about expectations, because you touched on, some of the experiences in the industry. What did you think about being here in the skilled trades before you got in? And then how was that different from your actual experience?
Like I was still in Eldon when I was graduating in Cambridge campus. I thought it was very difficult because most of the construction guys in the US, they're either dealing with medical issues because they've been healed different dust cancers, material vulnerability, and they're not actually taking the necessary precaution and safety. So when I got into the field, I see that you get to set your own safety standard, and you can actually be your own boss and keep up to the expectation, because you only have one life to live. If the job is not worth it, just forget the money. Tell the client, see, this is what you have. You have asbestos. I can't do it. Or, okay, the job needs a city permit. This is what the requirement is. It's on the website. Go look it up. And this is my bill. Once they see that you're a man of integrity and you have values and safety as well, you don't compromise that.
Yeah.
That has actually changed my mindset and has given me peace.
For me, one thing I can say is the one expectation I had coming into this industry is, at the end of the day, I'm a girl. You're gonna have a lot of vets in the industry who were born in a different society, where even just like Angela said, they're used to women being in the kitchen, being in the offices. They're not
Right.
used to having females on the job with them. So far, going to the electrical, all the guys, it's all guys there. Narcus was with me there as well. Um, they're a great group of guys at that as well. Yeah, one of the one of the guys was actually making fun of one of the other guys because I was working faster than him, and it's just like I just kind of take pride in hearing those things, you know, because there's always that expectation that the girl is going to be the one holding everybody else back.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's very prideful to be the one on there that, you know, I'm taking integrity with the work that I'm putting out there, but also to have the acknowledgement from men. It's
And you didn't expect that.
exactly.
I know you asked, you're like, is it different? I would say from what I expected initially, completely. I wasn't prepared for what I got into. I do think it's very difficult, like in the sense where like people will bully you if you let them, and you have to be very like strong-minded. You know what I mean? And focused. You know, if you think you're focused, there's a guy that's more focused than you. If you think you're hungry, there's a guy that's hungrier than you. And I feel like anybody who has an unrealistic expectation as into like, oh, I'm gonna get here, I'm gonna make a lot of money. It's no different to trying to be a doctor or being a lawyer. You know, either put in your time or quite frankly, you know, just get up the weight. You're here for a long time. I've had days, I've fell off 2, 3 stories, got back up, finished the job, cut myself, bled, taped up, got back to work. You know, you name it. You know what I mean, right?
Health
Like,
and safety.
I've, yeah, but that's the thing. Right? You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
My colleague, the one I usually work with, he once told me, Angela, do me one favor. Can you delete whatever you were told from school?
Pardon?
Really? I'll say, no, but my teacher told me this. So this guy will say, what do you mean by your teacher? I said, my teacher taught me this. My teacher told me this. It's like, I'm your teacher now.
Okay.
I'm giving you the real food to eat.
Okay.
What he was giving you was sugar coated. Now this is the real food.
All right, so we're back and we're going to talk about some of your wins. I want to hear from you about what are some of your biggest wins from when you started the journey to where you're at today.
I guess I'll start because I made some big wins in this program, to be honest. Of course, he can tell you I was the only female in our class, and I ended up being top of our class next to Dan's, and I got valedictorian
Yes.
and the excellence award.
Yes. Can we
That was-
clap for Shakira? You
Again,
earned it.
It proved a lot to me,
Yes.
and just a lot of the things I had to go through in my past, the people who didn't believe in me, the people who didn't support me. The last 3 months and me graduating was proof that I chose the right decision, and it paid off.
That's a
So,
lot of growth. Congratulations.
Now you're right on that. You know, like even when you said as a woman, like for a fact, like I noticed there is definitely discrimination in construction. Like it's not something that like women are just trying to sell to men.
Yep.
I had a supervisor one time who there was a woman on site and she was dressed just fine, that nobody thought nothing of it. And he told her that, oh, you know, the clothes that you're wearing are a little bit too tight. And then we heard about it and I'm like, bro, she's fully covered up. I'm like, bro, is she dressing inappropriately or are you just looking at it
exactly.
too much? You know what I mean? Because I think that's what it really is.
I've worked with a couple of them where they're just, you know, they're making dirty jokes the whole time, and it's like, I don't know where you think this is going.
The win I got, like,
Yes.
me, I believe it's a win. It's the respect in the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
So when I just walked into the workplace, there's a language they use. But since my praises, they stopped because I had to say, guys, you know what? I'm not offending you, but the words you say, they really touch my heart. It makes me to feel unsafe with you. Another thing I've noticed, like on our job sites, they've started to recognize that ladies are onto the beauty. They're at least putting for us a washroom. Should I say a washroom?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Before, I don't want
This is a win. The washroom is a win.
I don't want to be
Okay.
it's because
Yeah.
I had to shed
Porta
tears.
potty.
The porta potty.
Oh, those are terrible.
I had to shed tears for a washroom.
So respect in the workplace and a washroom for the women. These are the wins.
Try to peep in first. Is it good? Because to be honest, I don't want to put my pee in there yet. I'd rather go into the bush because I run my own business, right? And the customer will just tell you, oh, can you fix this? Oh, by the way, can you bring this down? Oh, by the way, I need this electrical mold. Oh, by the way, the plumbing is not working well. But then I can't do everything. My win was I could call the guy, okay, can you come to site? Can you come do this? They'll be like, okay, no, I can't come now, but I can come tomorrow. So I get to pull in different guys to do things for me. So I'm like contracting, even though I'm not making so much out of the entire big money, but then it's a win for me because I'm trying to create a network of friends.
One thing I can say is like I have Shakira.
Oh,
Me every day. She's my best friend.
I tried my best to help him out any time I could, help him with notes, help him study. There's stuff we were doing in class, you know, that he didn't understand. I tried to re-explain the best I could, show him. I mean, I kind of did that with everyone, but of course he would, yeah.
that's good. They say good friends are better than pocket money. Nargis, what about you?
So for me, the big win that I finished my college and now I'm in the job site, my placement. I don't have that much experience. That's my friend Evan here. So now I'm in the beginning. So I will try my best.
Yeah,
And this is my big win.
yeah.
First of all, I'm very thankful for Aspire for Hire. That's the beginning when I entered this program. We just came here 2021, and actually I'm still a temporary resident here in Canada. And I applied for so many company. You know what they said to me? What is your status here? I'm a temporary. Oh, you are not allowed because SCAP is government funded, so you are not allowed. Skilled Trade College called me and they said, "You're selected." No way, you're selected. So even I gave them, see, I have a letter of rejection. I don't want to lose my job, my current job, just to once I enter, then you will say to me that no, you're not for this program. And that's the first win that I got from this one.
Yeah.
For I'm very thankful for that sort. Right?
Yeah.
And then my big wins in the construction. Okay, that's the first thing that my foreman expecting me for what I can do.
I would say actually to elaborate on what a lot of you actually could sing, I would say two biggest wins for me. One is the relationships, kind of like, you know, like you guys mentioning, you know, the friendships. You mentioned Aspire for Hire. My relationship with Elden now, like those are definitely big wins. The friends that I've made, because I think to get ahead, you have to have the right relationships. The other win I would say for me is patience. Where, you know, like I mentioned to you earlier, that, you know, a lot of people told me that you won't have the patience, you won't be able to deal with it because I'm hot-headed and I won't be able to deal with some guy. Like I literally, you know, I had a foreman before like asked me like, "Are you retarded?" And you know, like that's obviously like you're gonna get upset when someone says that to you, you know.
Yep.
But I didn't react at all.
Yes.
I didn't react at all. I just kept doing what I had to do. And eventually he just realized like I don't get no reaction out of this guy anyways. So there's no point in yelling or fighting or any of that stuff.
That's growth, yeah. Add on something small.
All of us, we got one win. If tomorrow all of you become parents, your kids will be home renovators before they be anything else. Anything else.
All of you embody resilience, and you've demonstrated resilience in the skilled trades. How do you define resilience? And what do you think it takes to be resilient in the skills trade?
My life has been a roller coaster. I've been through a lot. I'm gonna get a little candid right now, but in the last 5 years, I've been kicked out 4 times. One was my ex, the other 3 were family members. December, I actually got my own place. So Aspire for Hire, again, like everyone was just saying, was a big win for me as well, because it actually started a path to me just getting more and more blessings. The one thing that I can say is, as much as I've had so many hard days, I never gave up. I would never let bad people make me a bad person. I would never let the way other people treated me turn me into somebody who I was not.
My greatest fear was like, okay, I'm doing all this, I'm getting involved in this. But if tomorrow I get a letter on my door that you're not welcome here. So it was my first fear. And with God's grace, I overcame that fear. The other fear I faced was heights. So there came a point whereby my colleague told me, you know what, Angela, I'm going to open that rooftop entry. I want you to pull that wire up. So it was a 16-feet ladder. I climbed. I reached a certain place. I said, I'm not going any further. He pushed me. I said, I'm not going any further. Don't pay me for today. Not because I cannot do the job, but because I'm shivering. God gave me good people who understood my fear. I faced my fears.
Yep.
And I'm still facing them. My father used to tell us that the first step is the hardest.
Yeah.
When you take the first step, trust me, the rest, you're going to learn day by day.
Sure, I think that
Yeah.
sums it up for me, not just on like resilience, but even if I had any advice, is be ready to face your fear. I genuinely feel in my mind that I'm not gonna get through it.
Mm-hmm.
When I wake up, I think I'm gonna die. But I would go there and I would do it anyways. And it was to the point where I remember at that job site, in 1 week, we had 10 guys quit. If you're not ready to face your fears, structure's not.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So that's a good segue for advice. What would your advice be to, newcomers, youth, marginalized youth, those that have had, encounters with the justice system, post-charge or post-release? Any advice you have for people that are curious about the skilled trades?
The one thing I can say is you always got to stick up for yourself. You just have to keep advocating for yourself. Mutual respect will always be a big thing for me.
Just let them come in with the curiosity that they have in mind. There is nothing to be scared about, and there is always information online. There is a popular one on Instagram that they just innovate ways of doing things, and they laugh about it and they say, "Oh, technology!" Like, yes.
Take a what?
Technology.
They have this advantage of the internet, and they can use that. They can leverage on that. Even YouTube, they can learn how to assemble a table. They can learn how to what the entire village code says about electrical.
Yeah.
They can learn about plumbing, home renovation, even before getting into university.
The skilled trades, you need to be skilled at your trades. Another part that I think is important is also having people skills. That, the best way I can sum it up is they can teach you how to read a tape, but they can't teach you how to read a room.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're working with people, you have to also be able to work with those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because politics will get you fired if you're not keeping your coworkers happy, if they feel like you're out of tune or out of pocket.
Yeah.
They'll be quick to get rid of you. And we mentioned for justice reform. So if I can talk to any of the brothers that are, that are stuck in the system or going in and out, I'm going to just put it straight up. And I know that this is something that they'd be able to understand. Lindsay's always got room. We thought that it was bad enough when they were putting 2 guys in a cell. They're triple bunking now, and I'm pretty sure they'll start quadruple bunking. So if you want to go to jail, there's always room. There's always a place for you if you want to commit that kind of stuff and, go get locked up, then you can go and do that. But if you're tired of that nonsense, tired of getting locked up, tired of putting your mom through that stress, tired of doing the average thing that average Torontonians are doing, because when I was growing up, the average thing to do was to have a 9 to 5. Now, the average thing to do is to commit crime. And 9 to 5ers aren't that common anymore. So if you're tired of that life and you want stability, then come here. Come to the skilled trades, find success.
That's great. Okay, so I just want to thank you guys for participating and being so candid and frank. And I've learned so much just from listening and being around you. And I want to thank you for including me. I do not think I have what you have in terms of skill and grit, but I've learned so much, and I hope that you've learned from me too. So thank you. Thank you guys for this time today. Thank you.